Hey everyone, Big Pauly back for a brand new video for my complete Blu-ray collection. Yes, this is where I go from A to Z or A to Z and just show everything that I've got. There will be other videos coming as well, including the complete 4K collection, the complete box set collection, things like that. And also the premium ones such as Blue Fans. But for now, we're doing the Blu-rays. We are on the letter C, yes. So, yeah, it's quite a stack in the C's. So let's get to it. Okay, so they're not in any kind of particular order, although they were in order when they were on the shelf. No, they're not. So I'll have to fiddle about with them to put them back on the shelf. But anyway, let's start at the top of the pile. That's right. First up, we have a film called Captive Estate. Yeah, with John Goodman. Haven't watched this yet. This was sent to me as a subscriber mail, so I will need to check this out. Also stars Vera Farmiga. It looks like a bit of an alien invasion movie. And it's got John Goodman there, all sort of like all aliened up. But yeah, very interesting. Can't say I've ever seen this film out there, but I've seen the trailer for it. The trailer looks good, so I will give that one a go. Next up, we have a bit of Arnie. That's right, we've got Collateral Damage. Yes. I really can't remember what this one was about. Was it to do with drugs? I can't really remember what this one's about. It's such a long time since I've seen it. But anyway, yeah, this is Collateral Damage. Okay, next up we have a new one that came out a couple of weeks ago with Woody Harrelson. This is called Champions. He has to teach a group of young people with disabilities and form them into a team. Yeah, I missed it at the cinema, but it looks a fun film, so we'll give that one a go. Next up we have Cutthroat Island with Gina Davis and Matthew Modine. Prepare your weapons. Yeah, this is fantastic. This is a great Pirates of the Caribbean type film. Yeah, in fact, I think this actually came first. Yes, also stars Frank Langella. Yeah, and there is a absolutely fantastic ship explosion scene in this. And you just crank the old subwoofer up. This is a DTS HD Master Audio 7.1. Oh, yeah, that blows the speakers away. Yeah, love that film. Definitely needs a 4K. Next up, we have a film about a killer dog. That's right, it's Stephen King's Cujo. Yeah, it's a good film. Enjoy this. I'd rather have a bit more action with the dog, though. You know, I want the dog ripping people's limbs off and biting them in the jugular and just ripping their neck off. But we don't get to see that in the film, unfortunately. But I like the artwork on there. And yeah, it's a good film. Next up, we have The Croods, A New Age. This is the follow-up. Took a long time to get a second film. But unfortunately, we don't get a 3D release out of it. Yeah, I got the first film as a 3D lenticular steelbook from France, but I still need to watch this one yet. But I did enjoy the first Croods film. Next up, we have a film called Country Strong, which stars country superstar Tim McGraw. Also got Gwyneth Paltrow and Leighton Meester as well. I believe Leighton Meester is an up-and-coming country singer. Yes. Soon after a rising young singer, Garrett Hedlund gets involved with a fallen, emotionally unstable country star, Gwyneth Paltrow. The pair embark on a career resurrection, helmed by her manager, Tim McGraw, who's a country music superstar, if you don't know. Yeah, he was also in 1883 as well. So there we go, that's Country Strong. Yeah, definitely want to play that one. I don't know why I haven't played that yet. Next up, we have a series on the BBC. This is Come Fly With Me. Yeah, I know this should really be in the box sets, but it was in my... underseas in the Blu-ray collection. So it's for the creators, of course, of Little Britain, Matt Lucas and David Walliams, and they come up with all these all these different characters, which I don't think you could probably do now, unfortunately, because there's no sense of humour in the world anymore. So yeah, these characters can't really work now. You know, everybody gets insulted on every character. I mean, look at this chap here. He's absolutely hilarious. And he's seen Avatar a few times, that's for sure.
Disclaimer, I think it's really wrong that people illegally download films. It's killing the film industry, man. I would never do that. I buy all my films. I don't buy them here. It's way too expensive. I buy them from this Chinese man down the pub. There's only 99p, isn't it? Oh, man, Avatar. Have you seen Avatar? You haven't seen Avatar? You're gay, man. I'm not being funny. You're gay.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a thingy of its time. It was it was just so fun. It was just so fun watching these people get the shit ripped out of them. Yeah. And no one was offended back then. So the world's just gone so woke. Yeah. Right, next up we have Vin Diesel in The Chronicles of Riddick. Yeah, this is the second film. I enjoy this one. This has also got Judi Dench in it. Includes 15 minutes of footage not shown in cinemas. Fantastic. Yeah, been a long time since I've seen that one, actually. Carl Urban. Is Carl Urban in it? Dread. I'm pretty sure he is. Next up, we have one of the best submarine movies of all time. Denzel Washington and Gene Hackman in Crimson Tide. 4K. Where's the 4K? That's the thing. With this upcoming writers and actors strike, you know, however long these strikes go on for, there's not going to be a lot of movies coming out. You know, specifically films in the cinemas. It gives these companies incentive to go back to their catalogue and say, okay, we need to fill gaps because we've got no films being released. Let's just bring out Crimson Tide on 4K. Let's bring out this on Blu-ray. They've got so many films in the catalogue that they can just throw out there to fill those gaps of major studio films that are not being made and are not being released. So take note, please. Yeah, Crimson Tide, fantastic film. Why? I was just wondering, why is that in a blue case? Why haven't I put that in a red or a black case? Probably because there's a blue disc and it's blue on the back, and I probably thought it don't go well. Oh dear. Next up we have The Crazies. Yes, with a really nice lenticular. I believe this is a remake. Yeah, I have seen this one in CEX, but as a double pack with the original film. And this is an English one, but look what they've done. They've done it like the American style. They've just cut it out. Yeah, although it's actually, to be perfectly honest, it looks like someone's actually cut it out themselves. I don't know why. Anyway, that's The Crazies. Yeah, that was a good film. I enjoyed that film. Next up, we have The Courier. I haven't seen this. This has got Gary Oldman and also Olga Kurylenko from Bond, from The Quantum of Solace. Think Die Hard, think The Transporter, think Con Air, think Paul, why haven't you watched this yet? Yeah, it looks good. It's probably not brilliant, but I definitely want to watch that. Next up, we got Corrective Measures. This is Bruce Willis and Michael Rooker. And Brucey is like an inmate on there. Anarchy in the World's Most Dangerous Prison. So it looks like a good prison film. Oh, it's when a near powerless new inmate arrives at a prison for supervillains. Oh, okay, so it's a bit of kind of X-Men thrown in there as well. I didn't realise that. Okay, so that's a good one. I bet that's a good watch. Next up, we have one of the best Nicolas Cage movies of all time, right up there in the top 3. We have Con Air. Yeah, what can I say about this? This is just such a fun movie. Yeah, that's it. It's just a fun movie. It's a fun movie. It's Nicolas Cage being so cheesy, but it's got some great characters in this film. 4K, where are you? Yeah, bring out 4K. Next up, we have a film. This is from a story by, what is his name? Carl Sagan. That's it. Contact. Yeah, Jodie Foster and Matthew McConaughey. Brilliant film. Absolutely fantastic film about alien contact. And that first opening 5 minutes, holy shit. That is one of the best 5 minutes in movie history. It's just, whoa. I'd love to see that in 4K. In Dolby Atmos. Yes. Brilliant film. Very sad as well. I always tear up at the end when she meets up with her dad on the old beach. Oh dear. Yeah. Next up we have The Conjuring 2, The Enfield Case. This was a brilliant film. I think this was even better than the first film. I just love these Conjuring films. I haven't seen the third one yet, but I might jump on that this weekend actually. Yeah, fantastic. I love that film. And of course we got The Conjuring, the first film. The film that started it all with Annabelle. Yeah, and I think I have all of the Annabelle films now and The Nun as well. So I'm going to start ploughing through them. But there we are, that's The Conjuring. Next up we have a film called Come True. Absolutely terrifying. I really can't remember much about this. A teenage runaway plagued with terrifying nightmares signs up for a sleep study to avoid living on the streets. Oh, that sounds interesting. Yeah. Definitely have to give that one a go. Yeah, that sounds interesting. What we got next? We've got Liam Neeson in The Commuter, and it's just basically, well, kind of Die Hard on a train, although we've had that with Under Siege too. Yeah, it's just Liam Neeson doing what Liam Neeson does in a Liam Neeson action thriller. That explains the entire film. Next up we have old Arnie. He's back again in one of his best films of all time, one of the greatest action films of the 80s, Commando. Yes, something that I will not be going. Yeah, this is the director's cut, and look, I even put this in a white case. Yes, in a white slim case. It looks fantastic. Absolutely awesome. Love that film. Oh, wow, love that film. Not so much love this one. This was a big letdown. This was one of my most anticipated films of, when was it, 2021, I think, or 2022. I know it got delayed. And all the cast came back, pretty much all the cast came back. And it just looks so good. And it was going to be fantastic. But was it going to live up to the original? Coming to America 2. And it didn't, unfortunately. There were some great moments in the film. There's some good characters. You know, bringing back all these characters from the 80s film. Especially the barbers, you know. Eddie Murphy was there again as the barbers, including the White Jew. Wesley Snipes, I thought, was fantastic in this film. But the story didn't really work. Yeah. Yeah. I am happy that they brought it out on physical though, you know, because it came out on streaming on Amazon. But I am glad they brought it out. But maybe a second rewatch will make it a bit better, but it's nowhere near as classic as the original. Next up, we have Elijah Wood in Come to Daddy. Come to Daddy. Yeah, from the team behind The Witch and the Greasy Strangler. This looks fun, but I really don't know what it's about. It's a dark comedy. And apparently he visits his estranged father at a remote cabin by the sea and discovers that not only is his dad a disapproving alcoholic, he also has a shady past that's rushing to catch up with him. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Next up, we have some more Nicolas Cage. I love this film. I thought this film was a great film. This is Colour Out of Space. And yeah, this was so vibrant, really colourful. I love kind of like it's in a way kind of like the Last of Us kind of visuals, you know, with like all these growing trees and these growing plants and things like that. But yeah, this was a really good film. I think this might be like a cine edition. I think, maybe. Yes, oh, it's a first edition. It's an HMV first edition. Yeah, and I really like this. Really like this film. Yeah, Colour Out of Space. Really good film. Next up, some more Liam Neeson. This one is all set in the snow. And they say it's Taken meets Fargo. And it's Cold Pursuit with Liam Neeson. I have watched it. I've watched it once, but I think I'll need to rewatch it. Yeah, I can't remember too much about it, so it might not have had that much of a big impact. Next up is a Steven Spielberg classic. Yeah, it's The Colour Purple. Yeah, with Whoopi Goldberg and what's her name? Oh, I've forgotten her name. She does the chat shows. Oprah Winfrey. Yeah. Danny Glover as well. Yeah, brilliant film. Brilliant film. In a purple case. Next up, we had something that just came out of nowhere when this first got released. The Cloverfield Paradox. You know, Cloverfield was a fantastic film. 10 Cloverfield Lane, was it Lane or Place? Yeah, that one. That was brilliant with John Goodman. And this was kind of a more sci-fi, set aboard this space station or something, orbiting Earth, a brink of devastation of an energy war. Yeah. I need to rewatch this one. I haven't watched this one in a long time, but it kind of like came out of nowhere. You know, I think it was at a Super Bowl in America, and they had an advert, and it said something like out on Netflix tomorrow, something like that, which surprised everybody because we all thought it was going to go to the cinema and that. Next up, we have some Kevin Smith. We have Clerks 3. This was good. This was a fun film. A little bit sad in places, but it was I think this was as good as any of the other Clerks films. So I think he did a good trilogy there. Talking of the trilogy, there is Clerks 2 with Rosario Dawson. Yeah, this was a good film as well. Really good film. They're all great films, but I think still the first film is my favourite. But anyway, that's Clerks 2. Next up, we have Child's Play. A bit of Chucky from 1988. Is that? Yeah. I did watch this with Brad Dourif in it as well. I thought this was really good. I still need to watch all the other Child's Play films and the Chucky TV series. But I really enjoyed that film. Next up, we have some Benicio del Toro, and I haven't had this. I've had this in the collection wow, since I think Blu-ray first came out. So I must have had this in the collection for more than like 12 years maybe. Che Tavar, is it? Che Tavar? I can't remember his name. Famous person. I can't remember his name. Yeah, this is part 1 and 2. So I'd like to see what he did with the role on that. You know, how well he did historically. We got a bit more surfing action in this video. This is Gerard Butler. This is Chasing Mavericks, which is based on a true story. This is another one of subscriber mail that was sent to me. So I'm not too sure what this one's about other than surfing. Next up, we have a bit more Kevin Smith. We have Chasing Amy. So this is one of the Kevin Smith films I have not seen. So I need to watch this one. Also, Mallrats. I've not seen Mallrats, but I do own it. Clerks. I'm not sure why Clerks is not in the pile here. I think it might be in the Poundland bin container up the storeroom. I think. I thought it was here, but I guess it's not. Unless it's in the rest of this pile here. Next up, we have a brilliant film from Clint Eastwood with Angelina Jolie called Changeling. Really good film this is. And yeah, I had to put it in a gold case. Fantastic. Next up, we have one. I think I picked this up from CEX. It's called Chained. It's about, I think it's about a serial killer taxi driver. Vincent D'Onofrio, or I think that's how you pronounce his name. Yeah, so worth a try on that one. Next up we have Caveat. I think it's Caveat. Caveat. Yeah, this is a Shudder exclusive. I think I have seen this. Something to do with a cabin. I'm pretty sure. That's right. In a desperate need for money, Isaac accepts a job looking after his landlord's niece Olga in this cabin. But he must wear a leather harness and chain that restricts his movements. That's right. I remember seeing that now. It was okay. Next up, we have a bit of friendly ghost action. Yes, we have the 25th anniversary of Casper. Yeah, with Christina Ricci. Good film. Really enjoyed that film. Needs a rewatch. We also have an eye-popping bloodbath. Now, I've seen the original film of this. I have not seen the remake, though, with Chloe Grace Moretz. Carrie. Really? Considering that there's lots of blood in this, I should put this in a red case. I don't know why that's not in a red case. I'll put that to one side and I'll put that in a red case. Okay, next up, Robert De Niro and Nick Nolte in a Martin Scorsese film. We have Cape Fear. Great film, need to rewatch it. Next up we have Calvary. Yeah, I picked this up because it's got Brendan Gleeson in. Really don't know too much about it. Something to do with killing a priest on a Sunday? That'll be a good one. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know much about the story. So yeah, we need to watch that one. Okay, and we're on to the last one of the C's actually. This is a Harrison Ford film based on the legendary family adventure, and this is Call of the Wild. And I believe this is the one with a CGI dog. Yeah, I believe that's all a CGI dog in this film. Yeah, I first watched this on streaming. Yeah, because there was a similar film that came out with Willem Dafoe about dog sledding. Yeah. Anyway, different chain of thought. Yeah, anyway, so that is Call of the Wild. Fantastic. So there we go. So that is everything in my collection on the Blu-rays for the letter C. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Next up will be the letter D, which I should imagine will be just as lengthy. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Like it by giving it some thumbs up. Blah, 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 blah. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and share. See you on the next video very soon. Bye bye.